All right, joining me is head coach of the Wall Hawks, Craig Slaughter. Coach, just started back up fall camp. These guys look hungry. They look ready to go. Give me your overall thoughts on the first 2 days of practice so far.
Dude, I love where we're at. Again, year two of that offensive scheme with so many of those, players that made so many plays for us last year returning, and including the quarterback. It's a great feeling. We think we have a good group like Wall does most years, and we're very mission focused. We want to get to big games and play good when we get there, and that's the plan.
Now, you're opening the season number 3 overall, and I know y'all don't pay attention to rankings, but tell the fans out there the kind of mindset that y'all have adopted heading into that.
Dude, and I told the kids from day one, our goal is to be one of those elite football teams. And I told the kids, we do not care what we ranked. We work like we suck every day. And again, it's funny that sometimes you say things catch on, and man, they loved it. And that's our mentality is, we haven't. This team's done nothing yet. We got no big wins. We have no gold balls in this trophy case. So it's let's go prove ourselves each day, each week, each year, and let's go be a great football team.
And I know that you, for one, and I know the Wall in general doesn't like looking in that rearview mirror at all, but I got to ask the question. Came up just short in that state semifinal. I've said it from the beginning. Y'all get past Gunter, you're winning that state championship easily in that state game. What's it going to take this year to take that final step? Because Gunter is still a really good football team.
Oh, Region 1, Canadian is still 10 of the past 12 years, those dudes have done it. All the respect in the world to that program. Gunter's won it 3 years in a row. Being in that game last year is going to help us. Being in the Canadian games the year before helped us last year. When you watch that game on YouTube or on Huddle, you can feel the intensity of both sides, and the crowd, and just, playing in those huge games. They don't come around very often, and the next time we're in that, there was a level of execution, both sides we kind of were missing. You made a few mistakes that you wish you hadn't made. You didn't, you didn't make enough plays when you needed to, and credit to Gunter, they did. I'm hoping that, that some of those years to come, their coaches are like, man, how do we make some of those plays? Because, again, credit to them. You want to get back in that position, and, we need to execute just a little bit better when it matters the most.
Now, before the season starts, you got 2 scrimmages scheduled. Both are going to be here at Wall. Just go ahead and tell the fans out there who you got coming up.
We have early next Friday. I think it's the 15th. I'm pretty sure it's the 15th. I think JV's at 5:30. Varsity, will follow. And then the next Thursday, I guess that's the 22nd, maybe 21st. I'm not sure. We have Breckenridge here. Same thing. It'll be 5:30, 6:30, somewhere in there. But we'll make sure we'll advertise that. But yeah, it's a couple home scrimmages to check them out, and then we open our season with Mason at home that next week. So come check out 2 good programs.
Yeah, and that Mason game, I know everyone looks forward to that every year. Saw you got Brownwood on the schedule again. You got a tough preseason before or pre-district, I should say, until district starts. Just overall, Coach, what is the overall feel of this team just headed in, and what do you think that y'all still have to work on?
Again, we're mission focused, and again, a very mature group of dudes so far, which I'm very proud of. Some of those ones that you needed to mature a little bit, as a senior, they kind of feel like they, belong a little more in the top of that, pecking order and things, and that they're just more your team leaders. I think, again, good teams, you're always trying to limit mistakes, which penalties and turnovers are the 2 mistakes people see. But, fit in certain ways on blocks or special teams. Those are plays that absolutely add up, that maybe the casual fan doesn't notice some of those things, why that play was successful or wasn't successful. And, there's a certain way you have to play and do the role asked of you. And, again, love where we're at right now. The kids are they're on fire, and let's do it again.
Speaking of the kids, Coach, year 2 of that new high-octane offense, the ball's going to be in the air a lot. Everyone knows about Landon York, but shout out some of the other guys on that offense that people really need to watch this year.
Dude, one, it starts, and we lost 2 good tackles, but we hope we have 2 more coming. But that offensive line is Gage Jacoby, Ryland Scandalari, Reed Ballard, Bane Jinsky, and Will Aldridge, and they look good. Landon is obviously a special player, unique player, humble kid, easy kid to root for and cheer on. And then, man, some of those weapons, it's Kellen Oliver, Hagan Barbie, Evan Bailey, Reed Robertson, Jagger Thompson, Levi King. There's some serious dudes there. It's a lot of those are dudes that were at that track program. They're just they can make the average human look not very fast. And they're some real dudes, and we're excited about the talent we have.
And on the opposite side of that ball, Wall always has one of the premier defenses in 3A. I don't expect that to be any different this year, although there are some big shoes to fill because Michalowicz is gone. Talked to Jacob Braden earlier. He's stepping into that Mike linebacker position. Just tell me about some of the new faces on defense.
Again, replacing some just guys that made a ton of plays, proven players. Again, in Wall, good athletes, aggressive playing. They're going to make you look smart more often than not. Jacob Braden's a kid that's going to, get a much bigger role. Dylan Sellers, much bigger role. Hagan Barbie, is a kid that you've seen. A kid you may not know about, but went to state in track and the hurdle. Slayton Hallmark will have a huge impact on this group. And there's just a ton of really solid athletes that they're going to contribute, and we expect to play well when we need to.
And a bunch of these guys won a state championship a couple months ago, right?
For sure. No, that's what just awesome. All those baseball guys are just coming off one, second in track. Not quite the same, but I was on a cruise with Coach Williams. He won the belly flop competition, so he's hoping to trade his medal in for a state medal at the end of the season. That's what we told the kids. We want to see him throw that one in the trash as he gets one put on his neck. But most of those kids, they have success in other things too. And we want all those kids to have major success right here, and let's have a special year.
And finally, Coach, this is going to be the last question for me. I know you got a lot going on, but let's talk about some of your assistant coaches. The real, backbone of the Wall Hawks are some of these assistant guys. Give a shout out to some of these guys.
Dude, huge credit to our offensive staff. It's Rob Londerholm runs that offense, and again, they made that stuff work from the get-go. Bobby Williams does the O-line, and he's amazing. The baseball coach, Coach Gordon, is the perimeter guys, and then Sean Beals is the running backs, and then on the defensive side, it's myself, Tyler Warren with D-line, Anthony Luna, and Larry Holscher with DBs. Tremendous staff, just solid guys. Fun for kids, play their tail off, and coach their tail off, and proud to have them.
It seems like the Wall program is really a family, so just like giving a shout out to everyone out there, But yeah, thanks for stopping by, Coach, and good luck this season.
Appreciate it. Go Hawks.